OJ is a virgin.
Yes, I am a virgin.
You don't take shit, but you like to give shit.
Seriously, what has been your problem? Like, seriously.
Excuse me, do you call that problem? I should be asking, what is your problem? You've been sleeping this entire time. Why now?
To be honest, we all know I don't give a fuck, so I just needed to make conversation.
It's the audacity for me.
Hey! Woo! What an episode. Oh my God, guys. Listen, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like the last episode of the season, but if it is, then this is the part where I get to give production their accolades. Oh my God, they've actually done a great job. And the women, hey! These women are fire. They are crazy. And guys, you know what's really sad about this whole thing for me from this episode? It's the fact that number one, there was no coming next on the Real Housewives of Abuja, you know, where they get to show you snippets of what's going to happen in the next episode. So that just kind of made me feel like, okay, maybe this is the last episode of the season 1 of the show. And then number two, the fact that this particular episode ended, probably going to be the last of the season. Yes, just when it's ending, or no, how do I put this now? Okay, just when Samantha is waking up from her slumber. Just when Samantha, you know, decided to start serving the beef that she had been cooking from episode 1. That is when probably this particular season is ending. And oh my God, guys, the Basbos was crazy. Oh my God. It was crazy. It was crazy. Now we just have to wait for reunion to hear all the drama, because guys, that was just a lot. It was just a lot. And personally, I just felt like there's probably a lot of things that Samantha had been holding back from the get-go of this show that she wanted to just vent about, and that she decided to wait till much later. And guys, you know what they say about people that actually allow things to fester? They are very, very dangerous people. And Samantha had been giving us all the signs from last episode, that's the episode 11. So what we're going to be doing on this particular video, yeah, we're going to be analyzing, we're going to be dissecting all the drama that came with this particular episode of the Real Housewives of Abuja. So please make sure you watch to the end. And as usual, I want to encourage you all to please go ahead, share with me your thoughts about everything about this particular episode. Yes, your highlights, the crazies, the lovelies, everything, good, bad, ugly, everything in between. Just go ahead and share with us in the comment section below. Quick announcement: tomorrow, Saturday, you know what happens on here, 3 p.m. WAT is our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. And tomorrow, we're going to be having a special conversation. We're going to be discussing the movie Acrimony. Yeah, I know that a lot of you have seen that movie. I have seen it like over 10 times already, and every time I watch it, I get more confused. My arguments increase. I never come to an agreement with anybody I have a conversation with, you know, about the movie. So tomorrow we're going to be discussing that movie. We're going to be analyzing that movie. I would love to hear your own perspective about the movie Acrimony. So if you haven't seen it yet, or maybe you've seen it before and you've actually forgotten the storyline, you have between today and tomorrow morning, afternoon to watch it, so that by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to converge here to have an extensive and intensive conversation about it. All right. And I haven't introduced myself yet. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the T. If this is the first time stopping by this channel, you are especially welcome. But if you are yet to become an official part of this community, it's quite easy. Please go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen, so that you will be updated with every GCT from this channel. All right. Now, all of that said, quickly, let's proceed into the details of this video. So this episode started off on a very, very interesting note. Now, mind you, the ladies are still on their South African trip. Remember, they all traveled to Cape Town in South Africa, and where episode 11 had left off, they were on a yacht cruise. So still on the cruise, they were playing games. So there was a particular game of who who is most likely to, and that was where one was thrown out about who is most likely to throw someone under the bus. Now, Tutupie was very, very quick to mention Princess's name. Princess laughed, but during her confessionals, she had revealed that she actually had Tutu's secrets in the palm of her hands, which people do not know about. And that is what loyalty is all about. Remember, still back on episode 11, she had accused Tutupie of being a hypocrite and not being a loyal friend. So that statement was still in reference to that. Although, guys, I'm still wondering, like, okay, what exactly did Tutupie do to Princess that made her conclude that Tutupie was not a loyal friend? And guys, let me just quickly chip this in. You see, yeah, when we say that this show is actually a reality TV show, guys, the more I see things happening on the outside of the show in real life, yes, the more I believe that, yes, verbatim, it is a reality TV show. Because sometime during the week, Tutupie and Princess had actually met up at the studios of a particular TV station in Nigeria. They had met up, they had seemed very, very friendly, like, oh my God, my bestie, I miss you, oh my God. And the way they were laughing, right? They were laughing like, yeah, we played a fast one on the viewers. They didn't even know what's going on. They think we're actually, you know, enemies now. They think we actually had a serious fallout. Hell no. Jokes on them, jokes on the viewers, you know, that kind of thing. That was the vibe I was getting, because both of them had been invited for an interview and they seemed to be on very, very good terms. They seemed to be having a lot of fun. So it made me wonder that, okay, fine, this beef or so-called beef that these two people have on the show, what exactly is it all about? Is it just a scripted beef, you know, so that people will have something to talk about? Well, if it is a scripted beef, I think it actually worked. Yeah, it kind of worked a bit. Give us something to talk about. And I enjoyed it while it lasted. But by the end of this particular episode, it seemed like the beef was not really clear. So it made me wonder again that, okay, fine. Could it be that the script of the beef says that they needed to drag the beef to reunion? Guys, what do you think? Go ahead and share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Next scene, the ladies went clubbing and they were all looking hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Samantha's got this banging body, like literally everything she wears just fits in like a glove. She always looks stunning. But Comfort's observation and description of a nightclub's atmosphere was quite interesting, guys. I mean, the way you described the club, you know, people coming together in a very, very clustered place, loud music, you're deaf in there, you're literally shouting at the top of your lungs when you're in there trying to communicate with the people that you went out with, and then you come out, you're half deaf, you know, like, whose definition of fun is that, guys? It was so spot on. Yes, I mean, it completely reminded me of back in the days when I was still in my early 20s or late 20s. I really wanted to go clubbing. I really wanted to go out. But now, at the mention of nightclubs, guys, I'm just like, what? Like, who wants to stress my life at this point in time? Yeah, so it was really spot on. But yeah, moving on to the next scene, Arafa's mom came to South Africa. Guys, honestly, I don't know if the mom actually came all the way from Abuja to South Africa or if the mom is based in South Africa, but I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation between Arafa and the mom. Yes, the words of counseling from the mother to Arafa. I mean, I love the fact that the mother did not take Arafa's side in the beef that she had with OJ Posharella. The mom literally put all the blame on her and kind of chastised her for calling OJ's diamonds fake, you know. And the mom was really spot on when she explained that even people who have spent years in the business, when rocks are brought to them, they have to test it with a machine to decode if the diamonds, or if the rocks rather, are real diamonds or not, you know. So I love the fact that the mom really cleared out on that. And yeah, Arafa took it in good faith, and then she started crying. I'm not gonna lie, guys, most of the tears that were shared on this particular episode, I could not relate. I was kind of disconnected from all the tears because, guys, I don't know, maybe it was because of the way those scenes were edited. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Were you able to connect with the tears? that was shared on this episode, just go ahead and share, please, in the comment section below. Now, we're moving on to the next scene, the cave restaurant. The ladies, with the exception of Tutupie, had gone for lunch at a very, very beautiful scene. Ladies and gentlemen, that is now officially on my bucket list. Yes, whenever I visit South Africa, you see that cave restaurant, I must go there because that place is beautiful, beauty personified. And for this one, I need to give thumbs up to Arafa for planning such a beautiful getaway with the ladies. I mean, guys, I've been seeing all the places that ladies have been going, and Arafa really put her foot in this one. She really put in a lot of work in this one. Still on Arafa, playing the role of an amazing host, yes, I still would have given her more accolades when the ladies were asking about Tutupie from her, if she had given an entirely different excuse. Yes. Now, she had said that Tutupie was having a bad day. That was why she did not join the ladies for lunch. During her confessionals, she had then revealed that, Tutupie had actually gone out the previous night and had not returned home, despite the fact that it was supposed to be a girls' trip. Now, I recognize that she was trying to, give a reasonable reason, for Tutupie's absence. But then I just felt like that reason she gave to the women, it kind of made it seem like, okay, for real, our perception about this young lady is actually correct. Tutupie for real is an angry bird. Yes, I would have preferred if she had given another reason, like, maybe Tutupie was under the weather, or maybe she slept in late, because that restaurant they had gone to, it was actually 2 hours away from, is it Cape Town or wherever? Yes. So I didn't really like the reason, but I get it. She had good intentions. She was trying to look out for Tutupie, right? But guys, what do you think? Are you okay with that excuse? Yes. For me, it didn't really sit well with me at all. But anyways, fun part of the lunch, the ladies decided to play a game of taboo. Yes, meaning it's a taboo, it's against societal norms or not moral norms, but it's something that is sort of like your guilty fantasy, something you really want to do. And Samantha's own taboo is that she would love to have a 5-some. She was literally tired of having 3-somes. And guys, when Samantha dropped that, oh my god, everybody was like, guys, in my head, I was thinking, no way. The quiet ones indeed are literally the freakiest ones, because never ever would I have thought in my wildest dreams that Samantha would be thinking of a 5-some. Now, let's just assume that she was actually joking. But guys, the way she was grumbling about the every time 3-some, like, so could it be that 3-somes is actually a regular for Samantha in her life? As a wife, as a mother, like, what's going on here? This is really unconventional. But then that's why it's a taboo, guys. That's why it's a taboo. It's not like it's actually a reality, but it's more like a fantasy. And guys, I don't know. But anyways, moving on to the next person. Comfort's taboo is voyeurism. Hers is more like she likes going about nude in her house or anywhere, right? Leaving the windows wide open for people to watch. For her, she just enjoys it that way. I'm like, hey, these women are killing me slowly. I mean, Comfort, Samantha, guys, when you listen to the taboos that these people have, you look at their personalities, it's literally millions of miles apart from their personalities that we've actually seen on the show. But then it was quite interesting because, hey, that's the thing you say about, peeling off the layers of people, right? You don't really judge a book by its cover. And the fact that Comfort is really a serious person, takes herself very serious, very, very intellectual, very, very knowledgeable, does not mean that she too is not entitled to having her own fantasies, right? I mean, guys, I also have my own fantasies. If you ask me, I would tell you, but you're not asking, so I'm not going to tell you. Now, the one that really shocked everybody on that table was OJ Posharella's taboo. What was it about? She said her taboo is, love making. She would really love to experience love making. Guys, see, that was just the biggest bombshell this entire season. That was where OJ revealed that she was actually a virgin. OJ Posharella, a virgin. Guys, I think OJ is actually almost 40. OJ is a virgin? I mean, guys, initially, I thought she was joking. Samantha thought that she was actually joking. Yes, the ladies found it unbelievable. Comfort was so impressed. She was literally giving her, you know, a clapping ovation. Guys, I was actually genuinely shocked. But then, when she went ahead to explain her reasons, I'm like, oh, wow. Wow, indeed. You can never, you know, judge a book by its cover. In fact, you should never judge a book by its cover, because according to her, she's a very spiritual person. So her reasons for staying chaste up until her age is because God said, you know, for us not to have sex until marriage, and she's yet to be married, so she's actually keeping it for the right person. And guys, I don't know, in as much as I find it really hard to believe, the fact that I'm seeing a living, breathing human being on a reality TV show, you know, reveal that that is their status, guys, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And I really hope that it's true. But I am impressed. In fact, beyond impressed. But what do you all think? Do you think OJ is actually saying the truth, or do you think she just made that up, you know, for TV worthy content? What are your thoughts, guys? Just go ahead and share in the comment section below. So the ladies visited the winery, and oh my God, it was such a beautiful experience. I especially loved the dining experience. The whole concept of the ladies getting blindfolded, listening to music, you know, whilst eating and drinking wine. Guys, I felt like that was actually rich. I loved it. Yes. However, there will always be something, right? So there was Arafa giving her own verdict about Samantha's outfit, you know, to the winery. And for her, she felt like Samantha did not get the memo. And I was wondering, like, okay, so what exactly was Samantha supposed to wear? Was she supposed to wear blooming confettis? And I don't get it. What exactly? Because I did not really see anything wrong in what Samantha was wearing. Yes, the whole all black outfit, I felt like that was actually spot on. I kind of liked it. But according to Arafa, she felt like Samantha did not really get the memo. She probably did not understand what she was supposed to wear. I'm like, anyways, at this point, I need to accept Arafa, you know, as the fashion police of the group, because that is one person that is always having an opinion about what everybody wears except hers. So yeah, we move. Then there was a conversation about masturbation. Yes, and guys, that conversation was very interesting. I was not really happy that the manager of the winery kind of cut short the conversation. I really wanted to hear more. Yes, the ladies had very interesting perspectives. For Comfort, she kind of felt awkward about the whole idea of touching herself and looking at her makeup. The way she described it was very funny. As a matter of fact, guys, I mean, a special mention is Comfort for this particular episode. Comfort really came out of her shell. It felt like a banana. Someone was literally peeling off Comfort's layers one after the other, because guys, I was just quite intrigued by the new things that I learned about Comfort from this episode. Yes, so her sharing that much, you know, I'm like, well, so much of people that feel like Comfort is very uptight on the show. No, because this is the person that people think is actually really uptight, and she actually really opened up a lot. Yes, so I really love the perspective about it. Now, it was from this next scene that the drama of this episode really started. You see, all this while, it's all been kumbaya, right? Kumbaya. So the real drama started. Now, back at the villa where the ladies were actually staying, Princess had a moment to apologize to OJ for the drama that had happened between them at OJ's listening party. I think that was in episode 10. And OJ gladly accepted the apology. But then OJ had one or two things to complain about Tutupie to Princess, right? Because of course, who better to complain to other than Tutupie's bestie in the group? That's Princess. complained about the fact that, prior to that issue that they had, that Tutupie had actually told her a lot of things, that Tutupie had informed her that the women were actually conspiring against her, that they ganged up, and then they planned that at OJ's listening party, they were not going to show up. They were going to allow people to attend, and then they were going to not show up. Yes, that they were just going to be mean to her, just going to do stuff. And Princess is kind of shocked hearing all of those things. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you, I wasn't really surprised when Princess revealed to OJ that everything Tutupie had actually told her that the women were going to do, that those were the exact things that she herself had actually planned to do. I'm like, wow. For someone who claims to be very, very busy, Tutupie sure has a lot of time on her hands to sit down and plan that kind of move, against someone's listening party. Wow. Wow. This was the part where Princess also further, disclosed certain conversations that she and Tutupie had actually had. She talked about the whole OJ event where Tutupie had taken her side and was asking her what had happened at OJ's breakfast gathering. Yeah, guys, you all remember that episode where OJ had invited the ladies to brunch, or was it breakfast at her house, where they had all complained that OJ had a lot of things in her house, that it seemed that OJ just moved in to the house, right? If you all recall that next episode, that was where Tutupie was saying that, rumor has it the street is talking that OJ is a very disorganized person, her things are always on the floor, they chased her away from the house where she was previously living, she was owing Arafa rent, that was why Arafa kicked her out of the house. That was where Tutupie had kind of come up with all of those vile gossips against OJ. So Princess actually, mentioned some of those things and said that was the beginning of the fracture in their friendship, because this is somebody that she knew like 7 years ago, and then she got married, and then they kind of lost touch, and then how was she to know what Tutupie was going to do? And I was wondering, like, okay, so why are these two people friends if they kind of lost touch in their friendship, right? Because surely 7 years is a long time. If you've not been really friends, okay, let's say you were friends with someone and then there was some sort of hiatus, right? People were no longer friends again for like 7 years because of marriage and life circumstances, and then later on people come back again together. Surely you people would have changed in so many ways. Anyways, OJ debunked everything, and I loved the way she handled everything in a very, very mature way. That for her, she's not really bothered about Tutupie's perception about her. Anybody that would say something about her that that she's having accommodation issues like that, then that person is only projecting their own current struggles on her, and it's all on them. And guys, that was spot on from OJ Posharella. On to the final scene. This was where everything now finally erupted. But before we get into the actual drama, just one or two comments here and there. Let's talk about Comfort's burgundy colored wig. Oh my god, that wig was it was giving everything it should give. I loved it. Woof! Was literally taking my breath away. I loved it, and it looked perfect on Comfort. It literally gave her face a divine sort of structure. I loved it. And it was kind of like a breath of fresh air from her regular tomahawk blonde look. The difference was just really clear. I loved it. I love her blonde look. I love how daring and bold it is, but the fact that she was working something entirely different, guys, I really loved it, and it just made her look different. I loved it. Now, from that same scene, Tutupie's shade at Samantha's burnt party, the one we saw in, I think, episode 2, guys, it was hilarious. If you all recall that Samantha's party, she had called it, she had themed it a burnt party, but everything was just pink. And when you talk about burnt, everywhere needs to be black or red, a blend of black and red. So guys, that shade, it was really needed. Yes, it was really needed. It was just so hilarious. But then, talking about Samantha came with so much fire, so much emotions to purgate. And guys, it was quite shocking how Samantha was just, spitting fire at both Princess and Arafa. Before we get to that, let's talk about Tutupie's apology to everybody, guys. That was really heartwarming, and for the first time I felt like Tutupie's apology was actually genuine. Yes, so she apologized to all the women for walking out on them at dinner the first night that they arrived in Cape Town, and then she also apologized to Princess for messing up their friendship. I don't really know what happened, guys. We're yet to understand what really happened between those two people, but she apologized to Princess, and guys, lo and behold, Princess started tearing up. Like, she started shedding tears. Initially, she wasn't really crying. She looked like she was going to melt down. She looked like she was going to cry. And then OJ Posharella, that was right in front of her, that one was cuckooing and cacaing like a baby. Oh, and guys, I'm sorry to say, but that was just so annoying, because I'm like, girl, she's trying to hold it in, and you are cuckooing and cacaing and bringing out the tears. Now she's crying. You are the one going to go and console her. Guys, that was just so annoying. Yeah. So Princess was crying. Comfort was kind of confused, like, okay, what's going on? Why is she crying? Arafa too was, everybody was just literally surrounding Princess, consoling her. But guess what? Samantha had this bitch resting face. She sat where she was. She did not even move an inch. She was even busy doing other things. Oh my God, guys. I went on to Twitter and I tweeted that Samantha's I don't give an actual fuck attitude definitely needs to be studied, because the way she minds her business in the midst of chaos, guys, people need to study that. You know what they say? If mind your business was a person, that definitely is Samantha. Samantha is cold. She's cold. At that point, Princess's confessional got me really confused. Now, she called the ladies hypocrites, talking about not showing their feelings or something like that. And I was wondering, like, okay, what exactly did they do wrong now? So she was saying that, Comfort was on one side pinching her not to cry. OJ was kind of, escalating the whole thing. And I was wondering, like, okay, fine, I get her upset at OJ for really engineering her to cry, but Comfort pinching her not to cry. What was actually wrong with that? Because, guys, these ladies invest so much time and effort into their looks, their makeup, their outfits. So everybody that's female knows that when you start crying like that, your makeup is going to definitely get soiled, because you're going to wipe your tears. And there's no way you're going to wipe your tears and you're going to touch your mascara or you're going to touch your powder or foundation, that kind of thing. So I was thinking, if Comfort was actually pinching Princess not to cry, was that not with good intentions? What was actually wrong with that? So I did not really understand why Princess made that statement. There's probably something else, I don't know. But what do you guys think about that? Please go ahead and share your thoughts with us in the comment section. In the midst of all of that, OJ Posharella, being the mainstay of happiness, decided to spread some love by encouraging Princess to go ahead and show Tutupie some love, because of course Tutupie apologized. But guys, Princess outrightly refused. She refused. Now, OJ, all in the guise of trying to bring happiness to the table, started stirring the pot. Now, she brought on another conversation that, there's another cat and dog on the table. There's Princess and Samantha. They're always at loggerheads with each other. And that was where Samantha chose to start firing bullets everywhere. Like, this lady was firing bullets everywhere. Anybody that catches the sub, just catch it and go to hell. Guys, so Princess was explaining that she doesn't have any issues with Samantha. She just feels like Samantha is very defensive. Samantha feels like Princess is very, very aggressive. She's always trying to talk over people and blah, blah, blah. And then both of them started, throwing little jabs at each other. Initially, it was all a joke, but Princess did not like it. During her confessional, she expressed how she did not like the fact that OJ was kind of stirring up shit. And then Arafa as well did not really like it. But then, guys, it kind of seemed like Arafa took Princess's side, because it was very obvious that Samantha had a lot on her chest to vent. Now, what should have been done in that situation? I felt like Arafa, as the host, would have just, pointed it out that, okay, Samantha, is there something you want to talk about? Why don't we have fun first? And then maybe afterwards, you and Princess can actually have a conversation to resolve your differences, if there are any, or probably just work it out or anything like that. But I felt like Arafa took Princess's side when she told Samantha to shut up. I'm like, no way. You do not tell a grown-ass woman that's got 4 kids, legit married, business mogul in her own right, do not tell her to shut up. That was rude and disrespectful. Yes. And guys, Samantha did not take it at all. Samantha told her back, you shut up. And guys, it became a back and forth between these two people. It wasn't funny at all. Samantha still maintained a stance about Arafa, that Arafa is 3-faced. Yes. And guys, Arafa was not taking it well. But anyways, after all the fire had finished burning, OJ, still in the shoes of Minister of Happiness, dared Arafa to show Samantha some love. She goes ahead to apologize. That Arafa goes ahead to apologize to Samantha for telling her to shut up. But guys, Samantha did not even say anything. She was not even accepting the apology. And in a confessional that actually ended the whole thing, for her it was the audacity. And guys, that was how this episode ended. I almost cried. I almost fainted. I almost pulled out my wig. I'm like, what the hell? Why? Because guys, that moment, you see that scene, it was so intense. Tutupie was literally adding fuel to fire, because there was a point where everything had actually simmered down, and then Tutupie was now asking Samantha again, who told you to shut up? Like, she was asking the question in an annoyingly innocent way, like she was not at the table, like she was right there sitting beside Samantha. So she heard the conversation, she saw everything, and then she was asking all over again, because of course she knew that it was going to stir shit up again. And the ladies did not like it. Princess was pissed during her confessionals. The ladies did not like it. And guys, oh my god, everything was crazy, and the women were actually shocked. Because everybody knows Samantha to be the quiet one, the one that is always quiet and observant. But then boom, all of a sudden it was like somebody literally poked the sleeping lion. Because the moment Samantha started talking, as I said before, she was just firing bullets here and there. But guys, at this point, because I did not see any watch out next, I don't know if there's going to be an episode 13. I don't know if this is the end of the season, but I am definitely looking forward to the reunion show, because I want to know what the actual beef is between Samantha and Princess and Arafa. Yes, because it seems like Samantha has been carrying all this drama on her chest from episode 1, and she chose not to say anything up until now. So I'm very, very positive that the reunion show is going to be insane. In the meantime, I would love to know your thoughts about this episode. So please go ahead and share, and I will see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Real Housewives. And don't forget, tomorrow we are reviewing and analyzing and dissecting Tyler Perry's movie, Acrimony. Have an amazing day.